my hashtag Who Made My Clothes project. My name is Martina Ross, and I'm going to be talking about the environmental and labor policies of Vans. First, I'd like to start off with their environmental policies. Vans has their environmental program split into three parts: Green Soul Product, Green Soul Operations, and Street Soul. Their Green Soul Operations purpose is to help the company keep track of their produced energy and waste. They are always trying to take steps in minimizing their environmental footprint. For instance, they recycle over 50% of waste from their headquarters, in addition to recycling over 95% of waste from their Santa Fe Springs, California distribution center, making it a zero waste to landfill facility. They also publish monthly operational sustainability scorecards, so their goals related to energy use, waste diversion, and paper use are available to everyone. Since Vans and their owner VFC are aware that their product is the largest portion of their environmental impact, the second section of their environmental program, Green Soul Product, is designed to challenge the company to create products and packaging that incorporate recycled and other environmentally friendly materials. To help combat their impact, Vans uses the Higg Index, an assessment provided by the Sustainable Apparel Coalition that measures sustainability practices of a supply chain. They help the company see where improvements should be made and how they can increase the environmental performance of their entire production line. Using the Higg Index, they look at ways to reduce their environmental impact, such as reducing and using recycled materials. By using smarter packaging, they reduce ink, fuel emissions, and raw materials. Vans also uses BCI cotton to make their products, which stands for Better Cotton Initiative. BCI works to reduce the environmental impact of cotton production. Vans is trying to gradually increase the total amount of BCI cotton used in their footwear canvas, which is now over 50%. Their Street Soul part of the program focuses more on hands-on help in communities. For example, they donate $50,000 each year to Winning Schools Art Program, plus $4,000 to each runner-up. They also donate to numerous nonprofit organizations and give employees 20 paid volunteer hours. All of that is great, but does that make them sustainable? It's shown from other sources that all of that is just the brief surface of the environmental impacts of Vans. The company nor VFC clarify whether they minimize the purchase of leather harvested from cattle farms in deforested Amazon areas or the use of harmful substances produced by leather. Even though VFC has implemented its Chem IQ program to screen chemicals from factories to remove over 68 tons of chemicals from their supply chain, they do not report whether any of the 11 suspect chemicals are completely phased out of the entire production chain. And while VFC works to reduce carbon emissions, they've only decreased by 0.7%. There are obviously some policies put into place, but with still not specific evidence or enough information to clarify those policies, it is hard to know how much they are actually reducing their environmental footprint. Okay, now let's move on to their labor policies. Labor policies are overseen by VF Corporation, the owner of Vans, who believe all employees have essential rights that are non-negotiable. VFC clearly states that when reports are brought to them with honest intentions and relevant information, they are never to be met with retaliatory acts such as demotions, harassment, and loss of employment. They are also never to base employment on any characteristic protected by law. Reports of any misconduct during employment are encouraged and are to be resolved. Misconducts include verbal abuse or threats, harassment, physical violence or unwanted touching, damage to company property, slurs or offensive remarks, impairment or substance abuse, or any other unsafe behavior. Any violation of these policies are taken seriously and may result in termination and dismissal. While these policies are important, they are the only policies that are formally addressed in their code of conduct, and their employment policies are not available for public view. These policies are briefly discussed but don't even mention minimum legal wage or living wages. It is not clear whether overtime is paid or voluntary, or if code of conduct is enforced farther down the production chain, such as leather tanning or cattle and cotton farms. VFC also claims to do regular checkups on factory conditions, which include inspections of factories, reviews of supplier records, and interviewing workers. But there are no annual reports to follow up these claims, and even though VFC sourced products from over 1,000 facilities in 60 different countries, we still don't know what's actually going on in those factories. The closest I could get was an article talking about reports of illegal workers and unpaid overtime in company factories owned by VFC, plus many other rights violations, including periodic night shifts, lack of food services, and threats of dismissal. Without proper evidence, I cannot fully determine how well Vans' environmental and labor policies are enforced. To be ethical consumers, we must stay aware of what we are buying, how it was made, and who made it. In order not buy unethically sourced products to promote and put in the demand for unethically made goods. Since I cannot guarantee that Vans makes their products ethically, if you want to stay an ethical consumer, do not buy products from their company.